Hello, this is Anthony Rhoda, Member of Parliament for Nipissing-Témiscamingue, Speaker of the House of Commons. With the COVID-19 pandemic having a major impact on our lives, I wanted to reach out to community leaders and business owners around the riding and check in to see how they've handled the last year. March 15th to March 19th was also the first ever Made in Canada Week to acknowledge the Canadian businesses and manufacturers who stepped up to fight COVID-19. To speak about that today, I'm joined by Don Champagne, President and owner of North Bay Plastic Molders, Peggy Stubert, Executive Assistant, Matt Rebido, Executive Sales Manager, and Cam Richardson, who makes sure that all the IT runs smoothly. Good morning, folks. How's everything going? It's great to see you all.
It's good to see you too. And thank you for this meeting. It's well appreciated, and it's a good way for us to communicate and understand each other what needs to be done in the future.
Now, I would imagine, Matt, you probably do a lot of the sales and is there a lot of traveling normally involved? And how would COVID-19 have changed all that?
That's what we were hoping to do, is be able to hit the ground running. But I started last January with Don, and then we went down to the PDAC show. And then when we returned from that, that's when our pandemic hit. And then we were in the midst of the major move to get everything in here. So it's been unfortunate in that way that, like I said to Don, you really lack that personal interaction with your customers. You know, you email back and forth. We try to do the odd Zoom meeting, but I haven't even been fortunate enough to shake the hand of one of our customers yet. So it's been challenging that way. So hopefully when things start to open up, I'll be able to hit the ground running and, you know, get out and visit a lot of these people, you know, face to face. And like I said, just be able to shake a hand and have that personal interaction again.
How did PDAC work out for you last year?
It was great last year. Like I say, it was a good, you know, introduction for me, because I've worked in the hockey sector the last 12 years. So going back into manufacturing and, you know, the opportunity with Don here, it's been interesting. And just to be able to learn like a whole new sector and meet a whole different group of people, it's been refreshing. And like I said, you know, a lot of great people in this industry too that I'm looking forward to forging relationships with down the road.
Now, is there any other stuff that's related to COVID directly and safety that you're producing, or is it the shield? Is that pretty well the whole thing?
Right now, it's just the shields, but we do have the capabilities of doing much larger components. As of July, we're purchasing 3 molding machines. One is roughly 1,000 ton, one's a 750 ton, and another 300 ton. So that'll really give us a big push into the larger machine size, more larger parts. Right now, our biggest machines is 500 tons, so it's more or less going to double our capacity as far as size-wise, but also shot-wise, that's what we do. So the thing is, if there's anything new that's needed in as far as out there, we're there. We're there. Right now, the industry of plastic injection molding has been decimated since the free trade. And now people are wanting to reshore products back into Canada. So that's going to bode well for North Bay Plastics, because we have the capabilities, the location, the means to expand over here. And so that's where the future is going to come. It's a good expansion, job creation, and bring technology as far as tool and die making. But we're using Canadian tool and die makers right now who can also do medical. So if anybody needs anything, we have the capabilities to put it together and get it going.
Perfect. And in the face shields that you have out there, you were saying that you can adjust those in size, or you can custom make them to special needs as well.
Well, the sheets themselves are cut to spec to whatever the customers like, and we found that some of the doctors and dentists like certainly with the ones was it the doctors?
Yeah, the doctors and stuff, they really like the smaller type shield. It still has the protection, but it's not as heavy, and it gives you the mobility, you know, north, south, east, and west as well. It doesn't hit your shoulders and doesn't hit your lower neck, you know, when your head's going up and down. So we've been able to work with them just to design a different size. So we have a couple of different options now, which is nice to be able to offer.
That sounds great, and it sounds like you're moving in the right direction. Now, something else that's happened recently is that you won the prize for, or what can I see it on the table there, the Entrepreneur of the Year. I didn't even have to say it; everybody's eyes went to it, and there it is. That's quite the honor to get. That doesn't just fall from the sky. There's a lot of hard work that goes into it. Maybe just give us some tips? I'm just thinking, if someone's watching and not necessarily going into the plastic injection molding business, but into business in general, is there any advice you'd like to give them on how to get started and how to get going? And I know determination, as I mentioned earlier, I mean, you don't give up easily, and that's probably one of your biggest qualities.
So advice for other people, I had this here a little blurb. It's just, first of all, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, do not listen to naysayers. And then on the data point is do the homework to avoid pitfalls. You have to pay attention to government regulations because they're getting worse by the day. Because we could sit down and have discussions over what the red tape does and what it doesn't do. But we need to create jobs, but I also care a lot about safety. We've been 36 years accident-free, and that's not an accident. Don't forget the Boy Scouts motto, be prepared and make the best decisions today, knowing full well you will be wrong tomorrow because there was one question I didn't ask. And that's part of it. You cover all that, you're going to do it right.
That sounds like good advice. One of the things I often say is it's always easier to learn from somebody else's mistakes than it is to learn from your own. And sometimes the more you learn, the more expensive it gets because that mistake is so much bigger. So if you can take it from someone else and somebody else who's got experience, who already made the mistake, no use repeating it. I think that's great advice.
And I have a favor to ask of you.
Certainly.
I want you to tell our mayor of East Ferris, Pauline Rochford, I don't know what I do without her. She's doing a super fantastic job, and I appreciate her very much.
You know what? I can't agree with you more. She is full of energy and always positive, and always, whenever there's something coming up, as far as new government grants or something that the municipality can qualify for, she's on the forefront. And I know I give her a call to let her know. She calls me to say, "Do I qualify for this? How can we make it happen?" She is. You're right. You have an amazing mayor, and that's something that, having been on municipal council, actually, both you and I, Don, have been on municipal councils, so we know what municipal councilors go through. Not always the easiest job, but you know what? She is amazing. You're absolutely right, and I think East Ferris is very lucky to have her. So, if there's, is there anything else you'd like to add other than that?
I'd just like to say a big thank you, and it's always a pleasure.
Well, the pleasure's all mine, Don, and I just want to remind everyone that what we've got in the area, and North Bay Injection Molding is here in the area and going strong. And there's just another example of how businesses prosper in Nipissing-Temiskaming and continue to grow and expand. And like you were saying, the building has grown and grown, and there's room for more growth. So I'm looking forward to that expansion. Thank you to all four of you for being here this morning, and hopefully everything goes well.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for making Canada a better place.
Thank you. Thank you.